What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Friday night round three showdown. This is the Windy City Bro Pen round three showdown show, where I just kind of talk about some of my thoughts I have for tomorrow. Talk about some of the thoughts I had coming into the week and how that's played out through the first two rounds. But I also just want to remind you guys the For Fantasy Sake charity golf outing that is August 2nd starts at 8. Registration's at 7:30. That's a Sunday. It is right now $280 a team, $70 a person, and that includes 18 holes of golf, a cart, and you also get vouchers from Lifted Energy and Hungry Carnivore. Uh, and there's going to be other prizes and events going on. We've mostly got sponsors filled for this event, but we're still looking for some golfers out there. So if you're interested in getting out there and golfing and giving back to the community, this is a great opportunity to do so. Um, all the proceeds from this event go to community-driven efforts such as Toys for Tots. It's just a great way to help out the Quad City community, and you get to play some golf. We're doing some fantasy themed things. I'm going to be sporting the Charles Tillman jersey. As far as I'm aware right now, maybe I might be funny and throw on a Mitch Trubisky jersey or a Justin Fields jersey just to kind of laugh at the Bears quarterback history. But it should be a fun time. There's going to be some fantasy centered events around it. Looking forward to seeing everyone out there. Can't wait to get out there and hit it with you guys. And also, I want to remind you guys of the Toys for Tots Bowl that goes on this year. That this is a big event that the For Frequency Sake guys have been doing for this is I think their seventh year now. They've raised over $10,000 total in the past. So this has been a good event. It's Toys for Tots. It's giving back to the community around Christmas time. You want to make that time as special as can be. It means a lot to the kids. It means a lot to the local families in the area. So this is a way to do it. And it's also, a little bit of bragging rights. There's also other prizes that are going to be involved. But I like to consider myself as one of the best fantasy football players I know. So it's a chance to come in and maybe say you're better than me if you beat me. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. But just the whole thing, though, right, is just giving back to the community and trying to make Christmas special time for families in our own community. So if you guys are interested in the golf outing or the Toys for Tots Bowl, please let myself or DJ know, and we'll help you get signed up. Those are on both of our pages. I need to get a little bit better about sharing some of that stuff. I've been just so busy with the newborn. So I will try to get on top of that, sharing these things more because it is really a great way to give back to the Quad City community and help those in the community. That's kind of what it's all about. Doing good in your community and just helping out one another when needed. But we'll get to the Scottish Open here. So far through two rounds, I guess in hindsight, obviously, I think I would have probably targeted a few more DP World Tour guys. I think maybe they're a little more accustomed to the playing conditions. I think I got a little bit. I read into it being easier, so I thought maybe it would be. I don't know, it'd be a little more wide open, but it seems like there's a decent chunk of DP World Tour players that made the cut that are in contention. A lot of obviously week to week unfamiliar names. So it's just something I'd probably think about next year for this tournament. Maybe there's just that edge for the DP World Tour players. I mean, there's obviously still some great tour regulars that made the cut. I mean, that are in contention too. I'm not saying that, but it looked just at a glance at the leaderboard, it looked pretty 50-50 on PGA versus DP World Tour players making the cut. So maybe that's something to consider. I played, Doug Gim and Kevin Yu. My lineup is toast for the week. Neither of those guys made the cut. Brian Harmon was another sleeper I thought. He did make the cut at 2 under. So maybe he makes a little splash this weekend, makes a little run. I think it's probably not going to happen for him as far as winning, but he's a lower value play sleeper, so you're just hoping that he has a top 20 finish. As far as the leaders go, though, you got Rory up there, Tom Kim, Jordan Smith. You got my boy Fitzy, who I said at the beginning of the week, that was my guy I like this week a lot. You got those 4 right there, and this is just a Tom Kim course, man. He donkey chalk for the week, but some guys, man, when they're on at a course, you just have to play them and eat the chalk and be different elsewhere. If a guy's got a course's number, you just roll with it. And Tom Kim hasn't been playing bad golf either. Makes sense why you play him. I didn't get to him. I kind of chickened out. I get weary of a player like Tom Kim when his ownership's going to be that high, because he could very well get you a T46 or a miscut, and that's the nature of Tom Kim. I mean, he could moonwalk this weekend. But so far, it looks like this is fitting out to be like a course that really fits him well. And sometimes that's just what you got to do. You got to roll guys out there despite the ownership, because they're owned that high for a reason. They're just, everybody knows Tom Kim's going to do well here. Um, but I think mainly it's probably going to come down to Rory and Fitzy this weekend. Rory looks good. Just you can tell he's ready for the Open next week. And I mean, Fitz has been playing good golf all year, so to see those two up at the top, not really a big surprise. Jordan Smith, he's had spurts this year. It'll be interesting to see how he plays the rest of this weekend. And like I said, Tom Kim has a propensity to moonwalk, so it'll be interesting to see if Tom can make it through into contention on Sunday. That'll be definitely interesting to follow. A couple guys that I told you guys to fade this week. Nikolai Højgaard, he is 6 under. He's having a solid tournament. It might just be another one of those guys just a fit for the course, and you just tip your hat and you accept it for what it is, and then you find another way to get different. I also faded Poke Eater. He missed the cut, so that was a good fade. He definitely was not worth the ownership, and so we're at 50-50 there. Vic and Fitz, I obviously mentioned Fitz. Vic made the cut at 2 under. I'm hoping he can catch a little fire tomorrow. He's just one of those guys. Round 3, it kind of he can find himself back in the middle of a tournament if he can get hot. So hoping he can kind of get it started early in the morning tomorrow. He's one of the 3 guys that I'm going to be playing tomorrow. I think he's got some putting regression in there. He's been ball striking it really well. I could see him getting really hot and toasty tomorrow. And the other 2 guys I like are Corey Connors, who's another short game regression candidate. Seems like I always find myself back at Coco. He's just a really good ball striker, man. He gets on in 2, and one of these times the putter's going to flip and it's going to be right, and he's going to be in a lineup that wins me some money. And then also Siwoo. I'm getting to Siwoo. He's a guy that can go nuclear. He fires at pins. That's kind of what I'm wanting in Showdown anyways. So those are 3 guys I think could get really zesty tomorrow, get real spicy, heated up. Some other guys I'm looking at too tomorrow. It'll be really fun to see how it plays out. Tournament's far from over. Like I said, coming into the week, expecting it to be easier conditions than what we're used to. So it's kind of showing 9 under right now going into the weekend. I thought it'd be somewhere between 15 to 20 under. It's definitely pacing for that so far. So we'll see how it shakes out. I'm gonna ride with my boy Fitz just because that's who I said coming in the week. I think Fitz is definitely in position to win. So I'm gonna keep backing him as far as who I think is gonna win. Who do you guys think is gonna win? You guys got any tickets out there that look good? Anybody get in on the Tom Kim 5-way chop for first round leader? Anybody got any plays or tickets that they're thinking like, oh man, this might actually hit? Let me know down in the comments. I didn't get too many tickets out there this week. I just played a couple lineups. I've been very busy with the birth of my son, so haven't been as active the last few weeks. Like I said, I'll throw in a lineup. You know, I'll do some due diligence and put in a lineup, but I'm not near as committed as I have been over the last few months since we started doing this. That just kind of comes with the timing thing. But other than that, I really don't have too much for tonight. They start at 3:30 our time in the morning. That's Central Time, Lord's time zone. So I'm probably going to be up for the beginning of it, but I will definitely love waking up to some golf in the morning. Hopefully the boys are playing well, and we can wake up to some green in our lineups and carry that through to the rest of the round. I don't really have too much else, guys. I got some stuff going on tomorrow, but I will be back on Sunday just to do a review. Hopefully it'll probably be a little bit earlier than normal due to them being in Scotland. So I'd just say sometime Sunday afternoon, I'll be back with you guys, and we'll talk about how the Scottish Open finished. Make sure you guys get on over to Windy City Bro Pen, and for frequency's sake, give us a follow and a like on both of those pages. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're going to try to get things going a little bit more here. Zach and I both have been very busy, and I think we're still going to be a little bit busy. But the plan is to get football going when that time comes. I do believe CP and I will be getting together on some bowls. They've started Summer League. He and I have got to talk about Mr. Swain and Wilson, the two Bulls draft picks that they took in the first round. So we got a lot to talk about there still, but looking to pick up as far as what we're producing these next few weeks, getting into football, fantasy football Bears season. I'm very excited to keep talking about that stuff with you guys. That'll do it for me tonight. I will be back with you guys Sunday morning, or I should say Sunday afternoon. You guys have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend.